Hello YouTubes, it's me again, Ferry. So today I'm gonna show you how I built this broken cryo DPS, Ayaka. First, let's start with her stat. For attack, try to get 1800 to 2000 attack if possible. For elemental mastery, we don't need it since we built her with free stem. Then for crit ratio, since Ayaka Genshin is crit damage, so if it's possible, try to get to 200% crit damage, or at least 180. And for crit rate, it depends on what artifact you use. If you're using 4-piece Blizzard, 20 to 30% is good enough. But if you're using 2-piece Blizzard and 2-piece Gladiator, try to get at least to 40 up to 50% maybe. Okay, next is her weapon. There is 2 recommended weapons for Ayaka. The first one is Black Cliff Longsword with secondary stat 36.8% crit damage. And passive is, if Ayaka kill an opponent, then she will get a 12% attack buff, which lasts 30 seconds. And this can be stacked 3 times, which means you can get 36% attack buff. This weapon is very good for fighting a lot of enemies. For example, like Abyss Floor 12 Chamber 1. Then the second weapon is a forged weapon from Inazuma. So surprisingly, this is a very good for a craftable weapon. Yes, it is Amenoma Kageuchi with secondary stat attack percent, and the passive is, every time Ayaka using her elemental skill, she will get Seed, which lasts 30 seconds, and it can be stacked 3 times. Then after Ayaka use her burst, she will get 6 energy for every Seed she consumed. And since mine is refined 3, so I can get like 27 energy in total. Okay, next is her artifact. The artifact can be divided into 2 sets. The first one is 4-piece Blizzard Slayer, and the second one is 2-piece Gladiator Oshimenawa, or the new artifact that give you 80% attack in 2 sets, plus 2-piece Blizzard. With main stat of both sets is attack percent sand, cry damage bonus goblet, and for the circlet, it's depend on what you need. If you use 4-piece Blizzard, use crit damage circlet, and for 2-piece Gladiator and 2-piece Blizzard, use crit rate or crit damage circlet, depends on your crit ratio. Okay, next her passive skill and priority talent. Ayaka's first passive skill is, when you use her elemental skill, normal and charge attack Ayaka will get a damage boost of 30% for 6 seconds. Which means, before you spam her charge attack, make sure you already activate her elemental skill. Then for the second passive, when you do sprint and you hit an opponent, Ayaka will get 10 stamina restored and 18% extra cryo damage. Priority talent. For Ayaka, prioritize the burst level as high as possible, because 50 to 70% of your total DPS will also come from this burst. Then prioritize Ayaka basic attack as high as possible too, because one of the source of Ayaka damage come from her charge attack and normal attack. And finally is up her elemental skill. Okay, next is her best team comp, which is free steam, and for that you will need 1 cryo battery to fill Ayaka burst, 1 hydro character for freeze enemy, and the last one you can use Animo character for CC and for piece Ferry buff. For cryo battery, you can use Diona, or you can use Rosaria for crit rate buff. If you don't have both, you can use Kaya. For hydro character, you can use Mona, Shinkyu, or Barbara. For the last one, I use Sucrose for crowd control and Viridescent buff. If you don't have Sucrose, you can still use Traveler.
すまんすまん。
元気出せよ。桜吹雪。踊りなさい。
死ね。
Here's the team build. First, the main DPS Ayaya. I'm just gonna show you my substat, my artifact substat. Okay, second, the cryo battery and noblesse buff. Since they use for battery, so you need at least 180 to 200 energy recharge on them. For Diana, I use for set noblesse too, but I built her not just for battery. I use her for shield and heal, so I focused on XP and energy recharge. Third one is Hydro character or Hydro Aura. First, Barbara, free to play. I used a Thrilling Tail Dragon Slayer on her. Then for artifact, I using 2-piece Tenacity and 2-piece Maiden, and it focused on XP. But if you use Mona, I prefer 4-piece Tenacity for more buff, and focus it on attack, energy recharge, hydro damage, crit rate or crit damage. Last one is crowd control or Ferry buff. For Sucrose, I'm running Sacrificial Fragment on her, and I focus it on ER, Anemodemic bonus, and crit rate, same as Traveler. Here, a showcase from both teams.
安全距離確認。吸引テスト開始。これが運命です。運命の。取った。失礼。
この瞬間、お前は
桜吹雪。
Okay, that's all I can explain. Sorry if there are mistakes or shortcomings. This is my first time making this kind of video. Hope this is helpful, and see you guys on next video.